Did you know that the progressive era in the early 20th century led to major reforms like women's suffrage and labor rights, fundamentally reshaping American society? That's right. One of the most pivotal periods in American history was marked by a clash of two ideologies that continue to shape our world today: progressivism and tradition. These two forces have been vying for influence over human societies for centuries, and understanding their opposing views is crucial to making sense of the world we live in. Progressivism, on one hand, is all about embracing change and pursuing social justice. It's about recognizing the imperfections of our current systems and pushing for reforms that promote equality, freedom, and human rights. From fighting for women's rights to advocating for environmental protection, progressives believe that human societies can be improved through collective action and government intervention. On the other hand, traditionalism emphasizes the importance of preserving established customs, institutions, and social norms. It's about respecting the wisdom of the past and recognizing the value of tried-and-true methods. Traditionalists often argue that rapid change can be destabilizing and that we should be cautious about tampering with the foundations of our society. The tension between these two ideologies is nothing new. In fact, it's a recurring theme throughout human history. From the American Revolution to the Civil Rights Movement, progressivism and traditionalism have been engaged in a perpetual struggle for dominance. As we explore the concept of progressivism versus tradition, it's essential to recognize that these ideologies are not mutually exclusive. Many individuals and societies embody elements of both, often navigating a complex balance between innovation and conservation. However, the contrast between these two approaches remains a significant driving force behind many of the conflicts and debates that shape our world. The central conflict between progressivism and tradition lies in their fundamentally different visions of how society should function. Progressives seek to challenge the status quo, often using government intervention and policy reforms to drive social change. In contrast, traditionalists prioritize stability and continuity, advocating for a more gradual and organic evolution of social norms. This clash of ideologies is not just abstract theory, it has real-world implications that affect our daily lives. From education policy to environmental regulations, the struggle between progressivism and tradition plays out in the decisions our governments make and the values we uphold as a society. In the United States, the debate between progressivism and tradition has been particularly pronounced. The country's founding ideals of liberty and democracy have been shaped by both progressive and traditionalist forces throughout its history. From the abolition of slavery to the civil rights movement, progressive voices have pushed for expanded rights and protections, while traditionalists have resisted or adapted to these changes. The Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, offers a telling example of this clash. Progressives saw the legislation as a vital step towards universal health care, while traditionalists argued that it represented an overreach of government power and an attack on individual freedom. This debate continues to shape American politics and policy to this day. Beyond the United States, the tension between progressivism and tradition can be seen in global events and cultural movements. The Arab Spring, for instance, pitted traditional authoritarian regimes against progressive protesters demanding democracy and human rights. The Me Too movement, on the other hand, represents a progressive push for greater accountability and gender equality in the face of traditional patriarchal norms. In the sphere of education, the debate between progressivism and tradition is equally relevant. Traditionalists often argue that a classical education focused on core subjects like math, reading, and writing provides the best foundation for future success. Progressives, by contrast, advocate for a more inclusive and diverse curriculum that prepares students for an ever-changing world. As we consider the complex interplay between progressivism and tradition, it's essential to recognize that both sides have valid concerns and contributions to make. By acknowledging and respecting these differences, we can build a more nuanced understanding of the forces that shape our world. If you're intrigued by how these ideological clashes have shaped history, explore our exclusive designs inspired by pivotal moments in American history at histoedutainment.com. Each piece reflects the rich tapestry of progressivism and tradition, allowing you to wear your passion for history with pride. One pivotal moment that highlights the clash between progressivism and tradition is the landmark Supreme Court decision in Brown v. Board of Education. This 1954 ruling declared that segregation in public schools was unconstitutional, paving the way for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and a more equitable society. The court's decision demonstrated the power of progressive ideals in driving social change, while also acknowledging the legitimacy of traditional concerns about states' rights and local autonomy. This monumental case showcases the ongoing struggle between progressivism and tradition, as well as the potential for these opposing forces to come together in the pursuit of a more just society. By embracing this tension and engaging in open, respectful dialogue, we can create a brighter future that honors both our shared human values and our unique individual perspectives. In conclusion, the clash of eras between progressivism and tradition is a defining feature of human society. By recognizing the strengths and weaknesses of both ideologies, we can foster a deeper understanding of the complex forces that shape our world. As we move forward, it's crucial that we strive for a balance between innovation and conservation, embracing the wisdom of the past while harnessing the power of collective action to build a better future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on progressivism versus tradition in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our related video on the role of ideology in shaping modern politics.